Protect yourself from future expensive repair bills. Call 800-232-3260. That's 800-232-3260.
Welcome back, broadcasting live from beautiful Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. I'm Michael Horn. Paul Stern back at the CRN Broadcast Center. It's What's Cooking Today, and a little bit later on in the show, Paul will be telling us more about checking out the tribute to Lily Tomlin at the Laugh-In big event over there, where apparently there was a cardboard cutout of Paula Poundstone. Is that correct?
It wasn't exactly a cardboard cutout. At one of the critiques, they had a picture of the event and showed Lily Tomlin being entertained by a person on stage, and that person later turned out to be Paula Poundstone, the comedian.
Oh, I see. So she was wasn't a cardboard cutout. It was actually Miss Poundstone.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were wondering who that guy was.
Thank you. Please,
okay,
let's just continue.
Don't wander.
Let's just continue here.
Don't wonder who the next guy is, because we have from Home and Garden TV, the host of Gardening by the Yard, Master Gardener Paul James is here with us. Welcome, Paul.
Greetings. Thanks for having me.
You know, our producer, Jack Roberts, and by the way, it's an honor to have you here on the show. Our producer, Jack Roberts, said you're going to be talking about growing your own food, and we're talking about backyard gardens, and Jack says he's growing some things in his bathtub, but I don't know if it's food, but that's a whole other story.
Ew.
Literally, you know, back in World War II times, everybody had what they called victory gardens, and they were planting food to try to grow their own stuff. But over the years, it's kind of come back, and people like to grow their own stuff in their yard, don't they?
It's coming back strong, and yes, they certainly do. You know, I've been at it for over 30 years, and it's still just one of the great joys of life to be able to go out and plant things and know exactly how it was grown, and then harvest and bring it in, and it's chow time.
I think there was a survey out that said nearly 2/3 of Americans are interested in learning about and growing food in their own yards.
Yeah, I think the interest is higher than I've ever seen it, which is wonderful, because you know where your food came from.
Yeah, exactly. And as a kid, I used to grow gardens, and I enjoyed putting the irrigation system in, and I'd plant things. We're broadcasting from Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, at the Casa de Bean, where they have a full vegetable garden in the back. And people get out and like to plant seeds and things. When's the proper time? You're the master gardener. When do we plant? Sometimes you can plant too early, too late. So Paul James from Home and Garden TV, when do we plant?
Well, there are warm season crops and there are cool season crops. So as the names suggest, there are plants that prefer cooler temperatures. For instance, lettuces and spinach, greens of all kinds, carrots, onions, potatoes. You can plant those when it's a little cooler out. Now, they can still survive in the warmer temperatures, but there's this transition that takes place where those crops kind of phase out, and then you go with the warm season stuff, the tomatoes, the peppers, the eggplant, those kinds of things, beans. So you have to sort of time it carefully, not too carefully. I mean, the plants are fairly forgiving, but lettuce is going to bake in the heat of summer.
You know, when you plant your tomatoes and you buy them from seedlings, are you supposed to plant them with the stalk down a little bit farther in the soil? Someone told me that once. Is that true?
It's a really good tip, especially in areas where rainfall isn't all that dependable, because if you'll look at that stem carefully, you'll see these little white hairs. Every one of those is a potential root. So if you'll remove the lower leaves and stems and then really submerge that plant fairly deep down in the ground, then it'll be better equipped to deal with, less than ideal rainfall.
Hey, Paul, I got to ask.
There's a tip from Paul James. Yes, Paul Stern.
Hey, Paul, I got to ask you, what's this business about Triscuit getting involved and giving out like seeds as part of kind of a promotion to help get people started?
Well, it's really cool, and I'm proud to be a part of it. I hooked up with Triscuit late last year to basically there's two elements. One is to encourage more individuals to get involved in growing their own food, and then the other aspect of the program is to create community-based home farms where communities come together and grow food, and if there's a surplus, they can donate the extras to a food bank, for instance. So it's a great program, and to sort of help people get started, Triscuit put these plantable seed cards of basil or dill, which are two of the easiest culinary herbs to grow, in specially marked boxes, and you just take the seed card out, and you soak it in water, you stick it in the ground or in a container, water well, and you'll have your own basil or dill in no time.
So, my mom used to make dill gravy. Dill's always a good seasoning, basils and everything. You're saying it's in specially marked boxes of the Triscuit cracker things?
Yeah, 4 million of them.
Wow. So we can plant those. You just soak the card and plant it? It's that easy?
It's that easy. And that's the whole idea is, you got to make it easy if you want to get people interested.
Yeah, you have to. And if we say 3 out of 4 Americans prefer to eat food in their backyard, apparently we can nosh on some crackers while we're planting the garden in there. That's pretty good. Do you have a website where we can get more tips from you, Paul James?
Yes, just go to Triscuit.com/home farming, and there's lots of tips and tricks for new gardeners, even for experienced gardeners, as well as videos that were shot at my own home farm, where I talk about creating raised beds and growing in containers, all sorts of tips and tricks.
Where is your home farm located?
It's in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Love it, boy. That's good to start planning there right now, I would think. What's the website one more time?
Triscuit.com/home farming.
Hey, Paul James, thanks so much for being with us from HGTV and Gardening by the Yard.